Of all over the countries the third day of peace talk in Egypt with joining of Qatar and Turkey aiming to end the war. US President's major role with his 20 points for peace. The Hamas leaders has given six conditions for the deal, which includes a complete withdrawal of Israeli forces, permanent ceasefire, a reconstruction of affected areas, and so on. Where civilian suffering is happening by forcing babies to wear the oxygen mask as Israeli blocks medical equipment in Gaza. Full condemnation the Italy's prime minister denounced say about alleged complicity in genocide. In 2025, Russian forces have captured almost 6,000 square kilometers of land in Ukraine from now. War is ongoing in Donetsk. Counterattack Ukrainian forces have repelled several Russian assaults and also destroyed their artillery systems. In a list of Russian military operations, forces launched 120 drones and missile strikes, including destruction of Ukrainian positions and civilian infrastructures as well. Ukrainian forces retaliated and struck Russian ammunition depot, refineries, and airfields. Ukraine also hit a Russian cruise missile on Lake Onega, and at least 4 to 9 people are reported killed and dozens of people are injured in Russian attacks. Hamas-Israel peace talks are taking place in Sharm el-Sheikh by the mediation of US President Qatar and Egypt. The 20 peace points of Gaza are ceasefire and hostage release, Israeli withdrawals. Gaza would be given by international security forces. Humanitarian aid would be openly entered in Gaza. Hamas leaders gave a 6-point plan countering peace talks are permanent ceasefire, full Israeli withdrawal, fair prisoner exchange, no foreign administration. These are some major points for the further talk, as warned US President not to supply Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine would be resulted a destruction of US-Russia relations. So one, this would lead to a new escalation stage. Also negates NATO as a paper tiger and warns against escalation. Estimation Russia suffered 280,000 of casualties. Talking Republican funding bill, the US government has continuously shut down. US President wants to extend his purge of the federal workforce with a layoff and disruption to service. In a result of government shutdown, a potential stimulus check is speculated. The president imposed a heavy tariff on China, Mexico, and Canada. And justice in US, a number of casualties in a result of shooting in Chicago. Allegedly assassination of Ecuador's President Daniel is reported. Prize award. In a quantum experiment, physician John Clark, Michael DeVoe, and John Martinez won Nobel Prize. Tourism World Record of Thailand. Thailand recorded at least 24 million tourists and local arrivals as well. It contains a world record for maximum arrivals in any country. Thailand under flooding reached a death toll. 22 and 19 provinces relief efforts are underway. Reportedly, Pakistani judge hostages by some assailants in southern Punjab. The World Bank's projection raised for Chinese economy about 4.5% ahead of slower of OPEC output remains less than expected. Desserts price up due to floods and landslides. At least 51 people are killed in Nepal. And Indonesian school was collapsed due at least 67 casualties. Surging cases of dengue in Bangladesh, medical specialists called for a quick action. In Laos, at least 10,000 cases of dengue fever have been reported in 2025. An Indonesian university has awarded an Honorary Directorate to Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Chinese president slammed a bullying behavior and convinced opposition to a Cold War mentality at SCO summit. President ordered the PLA rocket forces to strengthen deterrence and combat capacity. China's robotic army has been installed in hundreds of thousands. For the integration of AI product, OpenAI is shifting its direction to enterprises growth. For the purpose, it announces the partnership with Spotify and Zillow. Quantum computing expert who got Nobel Prize for the paving the way for the next generation quantum technology. Amazon launched AI-enhanced devices with Echo Studio, and Nest Doorbell with AI object detection function. SpaceX Starship is about operational with plans for at least 25 launches every year. China launches a moon landing capacity which is aimed to land astronauts on moon by 2030. Enhancement in AI production, Qualcomm is shifting its chips to ARM's architecture. An organization named Broadcom has signed a $10 billion AI chip deal for boosting its product.